right now, I kind of just want to vent and rant and just be mad and disappointed and sad a little bit there. 5 big problems for this Cowboys team. Now, to be clear, there are a lot more than 5, some of which I cannot change. But 5 of the bigger ones that really stand out to me right now. What do you think, right this moment, is the biggest problem on this Dallas Cowboys team? Go ownership if you want. Owner's the right answer. I will allow it for this one. But let me know in the comments what the biggest problem is on the Dallas Cowboys. First up is focus and attention to detail, or specifically, the lack thereof these things. This is not new. This has been an issue dating back to the Garrett era. This has been mentioned repeatedly now by different players on this roster. After each loss, they say, didn't practice well, didn't practice hard enough. We don't have attention to detail. We're not focused. We're not doing our jobs. We're playing hero ball. At the root, that is a coaching issue. / it's an ownership issue because he's okay with it too. It is a bigger picture issue. It is a symptom of your overarching problems that you have. And it might not be fixable by this staff. Because I think they would have fixed it already if they thought that they could do it. Has their messaging changed? In the 5 years Mike McCarthy has been here, the almost 5 years, I guess. Has he changed his messaging? Because if you just keep saying the same stuff over and over again, and it doesn't work, it's not going to suddenly click for players. Look, I think it is very clear for this team, for this roster, for this 2024 campaign, a wake-up call was needed. Because they have not woken up. They've gotten their ass kicked 4 straight games at home in the first half. And they just go, we'll try again next week. A couple guys stand up there and throw some shade and say all the right stuff. And then nothing ever changes. They don't play new guys. Something has to change. And if the wake-up call isn't going to come, or if it's not going to work for Mike McCarthy, then you have to go up a level. And that's ownership. And that's making a firing and saying this is unacceptable. Because you know what the message is for this organization right now? This is fine. We're selling season tickets. We're around 500. We lead ESPN every day. This is fine. We got our butts kicked by Green Bay in the postseason. You know what? We sold our second tickets out faster than ever. When that is your messaging from your bosses, why would you do a better job during your office hours? Why? You got to light a fire at some point. So speaking of firing, do you want Mike McCarthy fired? Y for yes, N for no. It is the pinned comment on today's show. The ad comes here on YouTube. Take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. Let's go back to the ground game. And I got in fights online again because sometimes I'm not in a good mood after a game. The Cowboys ground game, especially in big games against good teams, has been an issue every year of the Mike McCarthy offense. Every year. They have been unable to run the football. To be clear, the Cowboys running game woes are not from a lack of trying. Let's go to the first down plays in particular. The first down play rate is 50% in the first quarter. Averaging 5.5 passing yards per play. That's not that great. 2.8 yards per play on the ground. That's really bad. Second quarter, they pass the ball more. They average 9 yards per play, though. So they get out of that script, and then suddenly things open up a little bit. Negative EPA per pass because you've had turnovers on first down, which we'll get to here in the red zone in particular. Still better passing offense than your ground game is. In total this year, on first down runs specifically, the Cowboys have had the 8th most first down runs this year. Now, the rate is only 29 because they've had a lot of first down plays. They are dead last in yards per carry. They average 3.2 yards per carry on the ground on first down runs. They're 28th in EPA. They've got 5 runs of 15 or more yards, or 10 or more yards, excuse me. They're 23rd in stuff rate. They're dead last in success rate. They're bottom 5 in yards before contact, bottom 3 actually, in yards before contact, bottom 4 in yards after contact. The data doesn't lie. The Cowboys have tried to run the football, and they suck. They can't do it. It is not from a lack of trying. I don't want to hear that anymore. I don't know how much bigger of a sample size you need than 168 carries. They cannot run the football. Ezekiel Elliott has 22 carries on first downs. Rico Dowdle, 32. You've run a lot of plays on first down, 168 total first down plays. You can't run the football. You've tried and failed repeatedly. You can't do it. I don't know how many more carries you need for Rico and Zeke, 32 and 22 respectively, to figure out, this ain't going to work for us. This is not good enough. It's right in front of our eyes. It's bad. They have tried. They have failed. They have to try different schematic stuff, or it's just going to be more of the same. All those inside runs, it's silly. Today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. It is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to up to 100 times your cash. It is available in 30 states, California, Florida, Georgia, Texas, and I would always advise the flex play as well. Flex play means if you get one wrong, you can still double your money. Quinn Ewers, I'm taking the less than on the passing yards. This one, he's only hit that figure, 252.5 twice this year. Carson Beck, less than as well. I think that's a pretty good more than, less than. Arian Smith has had some big games. I'll take the more than, 51.5 there in what is the best game, maybe of the season, between Georgia and Texas. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play 5. You don't even need to win to get the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. That's prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play 5. That link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. Sticking with the major problems here, which these next two are going to combine to form the fourth one, by the way. Your offensive line has not played well. And a big selling point on this team of hope for it being better was you're going to have 2 new guys on offense. Steele's going to be better coming back off of the injury. And the unit, even though there's no Tyron Smith, is going to be better in 2024. I push back against the day 1 idea. Hopeful about week 15, week 18 idea. The results have been pretty damn disappointing so far. And look, these numbers are neutered by a bad performance against the Lions, but that's part of it. Here are the PFF run blocking grades. Terrence Steele's been a good run blocker. Why they don't run behind him enough, I don't know. Smith's been pretty good. Tyler Smith, Zach Martin's been okay. TJ Bass has not been great. Cooper Beebe has not been great. Tyler Guyton's been outright bad. The pass blocking isn't much better. In fact, it's actually worse in several key areas. Tyler Smith's been pretty good. Beebe's been fine. Zach Martin has been not great. Tyler Guyton's been bad. Terrence Steele's been bad. TJ Bass has been bad in pass blocking. Overall, this mostly kind of tracks, right? Tyler Smith is a top 10 guard. Zach Martin is still a starting caliber guard. Terrence Steele's not been as bad as some people think, but he hasn't been very good. Why exactly you chipped twice on Aiden Hutchinson all game, I will never understand. They don't put the offensive line in good positions because it's a coaching staff issue. Beebe's been up and down. Guyton has not been very good. Frankly, TJ Bass hasn't been that good either. The O-line looked even worse this week. That worries me because it was supposed to be better. The Lions were not getting pressures this year, and they put up a massive pressure rate, almost 48% against Dak Prescott in this game. Can't happen. That's unacceptable. The one thing you changed was you went away from Guyton. I don't think he was healthy. I think that's a big reason why. I don't think Bass was that bad, but the entire unit just seemed to lack cohesion, and I think you kind of got to make a decision and stick with one guy. I think you need those reps together as a unit. If one part of the unit plays bad, the whole unit looks worse. That is especially true on the offensive line. So who should start? G for Guyton, B for Bass. Let's go to the red zone, which, boys, is this a big problem for you. And this is where running game's an issue, the offensive line is an issue, Dak Prescott's been an issue, CeeDee Lamb's been an issue, the coaching staff's been an issue. It's kind of everything kind of coalesces in the red zone. Cowboys are tied for 22nd in red zone trips. They are 30th in red zone touchdown percentage. They are dead last in EPA per play. You know why? They got a bunch of turnovers. That's killing you. They are averaging 1.7 yards per play in the red zone. They've passed it a lot. They haven't passed it efficiently. 29th. Haven't run the ball efficiently. 32nd. They're averaging less than a yard per carry in the red zone. Less than a yard. That's where you want to be able to run the football, is when things get with tight spacing. Run the ball up the middle. Get to the outs. Run the ball. Have success. Outside runs. And they get pressured a lot too. You've got so much bad in your red zone. You got ugly, unacceptable, terrible turnovers from your quarterback that can't happen. You got bad route combinations. You can't run the football. Your offensive line is bad. Your schemes are bad. Your red zone has not been good since Mike McCarthy took over as the play caller. That's a constant that should probably be pointed out. Who do you blame the most for your litany of red zone woes? There's kind of not a wrong answer here, which is what's really frustrating. Who do you blame the most? Let me know in the comments of today's show. I want to talk tackling, because that's a key part of football. You have to wrap up and tackle. Dallas Cowboys have the 4th most missed tackles in football. Now, I will make note. It's a raw number. I guess tied for 4th with the Bucs. It doesn't include Monday Night Football. Benefit from not having your bye yet, so it'll drop next week, right? You suck at tackling. And that has been made obvious time and time again. And these numbers don't factor in when you take a terrible angle and aren't in position to make a tackle. Look, you've missed a bunch of tackles each week. 9, 6, 13, 14, 6, 11. Bad. You can't win football games when you let David Montgomery break 3 tackles on one play. Here are your biggest offenders, your missed tackle leaders, sorted by percentages, which is just missed tackles versus total tackles made. Again, it doesn't include plays where like you weren't in position because you took yourself out of it or you didn't try. Trayvon Diggs. Oh, look, how many secondary players and linebackers are on this list? I'm more inclined to give some breather to like the defensive linemen, because sometimes those aren't the highest quality of tackle chances. I acknowledge that. But I can't have my corner missing 7 tackles this year. He's never been a good tackler. It's frustrating. Stop making business decisions. Make a tackle. Lower your shoulder. Wrap him up. Be physical. Kalen Carson did it too. Your safeties have missed tackles left and right. They've also put themselves out of position a bunch. Overshones is high, but he's also around the football a lot. He's at least making plays too. Like the messaging is clear. You run the ball to the outside in this team, they can't get their gaps filled right, and they can't make tackles. It is unacceptable. There's a lot of stuff that's gone wrong. I think that one, that's more execution than anything else. We have free Cowboys videos twice per day. Close to it. Sometimes it's only just the one, or sometimes there's 3. So hit that sub button for more free Cowboys YouTube videos each and every single day right here on the Cowboys Report.